I can still taste her lipstick on my mouth. That was the day she was supposed to say, "I do," to someone else. She stood there in her snow-white dress at the church doors. And instead of, "yes," she whispered my name. So softly that only I, and my entire heart, heard it. This is a true story sent to me by a girl from Portland. I kept every detail. I only changed the names. If you're ready to feel a heartbeat when love shows up at the worst possible moment, stay with me until the very end. Because this story is about us. About everyone who was once terrified to even think it. Who I am and how it all started. My name is Leah. I'm 29. I'm a wedding photographer. Sounds romantic, until you realize every weekend you're shooting someone else's happiness, while hiding your own behind the lens. I never thought one single inquiry would change everything. In March I got an email. "Hi Leah, it's Emily Wilson. Remember me from Lincoln High? I'm getting married on October 14th, and I want you to be the photographer." I knew exactly who it was. Emily Wilson. The girl who made my hands shake in 11th grade every time I photographed her at school dances. The girl who was always with someone. Always straight. I typed, "yes," while every part of me screamed, "run." First meeting after 11 years. A coffee shop on 23rd Street. April. Rain. She walked in wearing a simple beige sweater, hair in a messy bun, no ring on her finger. I almost dropped my camera. She smiled the same smile that used to steal my breath at 17. We talked about light, locations, timelines. While I secretly counted her eyelashes. Then came the dress fittings. She asked me to do up the corset. A million tiny buttons down her back. Her skin was warm. She was trembling. Or maybe it was me. When I finished, she turned around and whispered, "You always do everything so carefully." I never forgot that. I didn't know what to say. She just looked at me in the mirror, for way too long. Cracks in the perfect life. 3 months before the wedding, the late-night calls started. First at 11 p.m. "Leah, can you come check the venue at night? I just feel uneasy." Then at 2 a.m. "I'm sorry it's so late. I can't sleep. I always came." We sat in her huge empty apartment, her fiancé was away on business. Drinking wine straight from the bottle, talking about everything. Except the wedding. She told me how in high school she was terrified of being different. How she watched me at that dance and kept thinking, what if? But back then it felt impossible. One night she asked, "So, are you seeing anyone?" I laughed. "I shoot weddings every weekend, Em. When would I date?" She went quiet. Then, almost under her breath, "Shame." The night everything collapsed. 1 week before the wedding. 3:17 a.m. Phone rings. She was crying. "Leah. Please come. I need you." I was there in 20 minutes. She opened the door in an old t-shirt, eyes red, hair wet from the shower. We sat on the living room floor. She said, "I can't do this. I don't love him the way I'm supposed to. I think about you. All the time. Ever since that day in the coffee shop. I tried to be the sensible one. Emily, you're getting married in a week. This is just pre-wedding nerves." And then she cupped my face in her hands and kissed me. Like she'd been starving for that air for 11 years. We kissed until the sun came up. Then she fell asleep on my shoulder. And I knew there was no going back. The wedding day. October 14th, rain. I was standing behind the church, checking my lens, when I saw the white limo pull up. She stepped out. In that dress. Like a princess from a fairy tale I never thought I deserved. Our eyes locked across the courtyard. She froze. Guests were already walking in. The organ started playing and she walked toward me. Straight through the puddles. The hem of her dress soaked, mascara running. She stopped one step away and whispered. I can't. I don't want to. I want you. Only you. That was the only photo I took that day. Emily in her wedding dress kissing me in the rain, while 150 guests waited inside for a bride who would never walk down that aisle. We drove away in my beat-up van. She never went back for her things. 6 months later, the ring on her finger is mine, engraved, finally. And on my computer there's that photo in the rain. Our first family picture. If you believe love always wins. Share your story in the comments. I read every single one. Maybe yours will be the next chapter on this channel. Thank you for staying with me until the end. I'm your storyteller. See you very soon, my loves.